All right, I am starting the first Khan Academy that is just revolving around the X and Y axis. So this is not going to be other horizontal or vertical axes, but revolving around the X or Y axis. Hopefully our problems match. And I'm gonna go through them just like I did on the other videos, and maybe having you start here is a better place to start so that you can see how comfortable you are. So if I think anything needs further explanation as I go through, I'll do that. So for the first one, they give us y equals x squared. They give us y equals 4. And we are revolving around the x-axis. So hopefully this, you're like, okay, this is a relief. This is somewhat easy, but still practice it just to make sure. So if I revolve around the x-axis, I'm coming down here and this. I've got circles that have holes taken out of the middle, so we call them washers. I'm gonna have to integrate from left to right, so from here to here. So I need this point of intersection. They don't give it to me. I'm gonna do this by hand because I think sometimes they're gonna make us. So how do I find this intersection point? I set x squared equal to 4 to see where the parabola and the horizontal line intersect. And x is going to be positive or negative 2. Obviously not negative 2, that's back there, which they would intersect if that kept going. But so I'm going to have limits of integration from 0 to 2. I'm evaluating pi r squared minus pi r squared. The radius of the outer circle is going up to this horizontal line. The radius of the inner circle is going up to the parabola. So there's my equation. This has given exact answer in terms of pi. So you can go through and solve that and do that by hand. All right, so I'm not going through, you should go through, make sure you're comfortable with it, but I'm gonna try to keep the video not super long because I have a bunch to get through. So second one, and I wanna get this posted. So second one, now we're gonna go around the y-axis. So this is a great one to do. So at 3, I have a vertical line and I've got this curve. And this is 7, and I've got a line at 4. Oh my God, my husband just seriously walked in and is burping in the living room. It's really loud. I don't know if you heard it, sorry. So this is y equals 2 root x minus 3. This is y equals 4. And we are rotating around the y-axis. So not to say something that's dumb, but you don't need to, we're not shifting anything first. We are revolving around the y-axis. Since I'm revolving around the y-axis, I'm not shifting anything over. That doesn't make any sense. I'm only shifting over if what I'm trying to revolve around is not already the y-axis or the x-axis. So this has to come around the y-axis. My picture stinks because I don't have enough room. But if I think about this vertical line will be here, this horizontal line will still be here, and this guy will be coming out and it'll be off of my page. So this is the kind of thing I'm looking at, a circle that goes like this and a circle that goes like this. Okay, I've got the outermost circle, doesn't quite connect, and the innermost circle. So this whole thing's gonna have like a cylinder cut out of the middle of it as it comes around, and then gonna look cylindrical, but in a weird shape on the outsides. So I'm still going to integrate, but now I change. Since my circles are stacked this way, I need to integrate not from left to right because I'm adding up the areas of all these circles. So the area of the circle is like this. So I have to add up all the areas of the circles or the washers from bottom to top. So the bottom y is 0 and the top y is 4. Those are my limits of integration. Now I've got pi r squared minus pi r squared. So two things I have to think about. One is what's on the outside, what's on the inside, and then also I'm in terms of y. Because, whoops, sorry about that. Because my circles are stacked this way, everything has to be in terms of y. So that means this has to be solved for x. So everything is in terms of y. So I'm gonna square both sides. Y squared equals 4 times x minus 3. And I'm going to solve for x, so we're going to have y squared over 4 plus 3 equals x. That's the equation I have to use for this outermost curve. Okay, this curve was given to us like this equation, but I need to put it in x equals form. So what do I put in here? Well, I'm going to have the radius of the outermost circle, which is coming all the way out to the curve. So y squared over 4 plus 3 minus the inner radius, 3. So they want the exact value. So they really do want us to do this out. I'll go through one just for fun, but then I'm going to not keep doing that. So we have pi times the integral 0 to 4. Let's clean this up. So I always, now that I'm going to do this, now I'm going to probably mess up, but we're going to have y to the 4th over 16 plus 6/4 y squared plus 9 minus 9 with respect to y. I think I have that foiled correctly. Let's see, they're going to cancel before I even start. Okay, so I'm going to have pi times, this is going to become y to the 5th over 16 plus y to the 3rd over 3 from 0 to 4. I'm going to reduce this right now. So the 3 and the 6 will cancel, leaving me with 2. The 2 and the 4 will cancel, leaving me with only a 2 in the bottom. I always feel like this is like just a fun adventure. Maybe I'm on the right track. Maybe I'm not. On a test, I would be really careful. Doing a Khan Academy, I'm like, let's just see what happens. Let's kind of go through and like enjoy the process instead of feeling stressed about the process. So if I'm going to plug 4 in, plus it's a good time for me to just show you some of the little tricks I use to make my work less cumbersome. Like for example, if I see I'm plugging a 4 in here, so I'm going to have a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4. 2 of the 4s are going to cancel out with a 16 on the bottom, so we're just going to have 4 to the 3rd. So this is going to become 64. And then I'm going to plug 4 in here, so I'm going to have 64 over 2, so it's going to be 32. Minus whatever I get when I plug 0 in, which is just going to be 0. So I should have 96 pi. Is that right? No clue. Let's see, 96 pi. Dang it. Shit. I get so annoyed. Give an exact answer. See, this is why I shouldn't do the work, because there's a very high chance of messing up. Oh. No. Oh, I see what I did. Look, when I integrated this, so you probably already saw, you're probably yelling at me. So this is supposed to be y to the 5th over 5. I never put it over 5. So I have a 5 down here, which means this is over 5. Let's see if that gets me the right answer. So I'm going to have 64/5 plus 165. Is that right? And then that's going to make 124/5 pi. Let's see. Dang it, it's still not right. I don't care. I'm not doing the math. I don't really feel like going through it. Sorry, that's really rude of me, but I'm not. So try the other two, and now I'm going to go do a recording of a couple on the other ones.